So I started off as an O207, which is aviation intelligence. And at the time when I went through the basic school back in, 2004, 2005, no one knew what aviation intel did. Because, Iraq was at this height and everyone's like, well, you could get some really cool secret squirrel jobs out since there's not much of an aviation threat. So if you're a gambling man, you can try it. I'm like, all right, I'll take a risk. And it actually worked out pretty well for me with my first actual combat deployment. My first assignment was at the wing in Okinawa, and my bosses, none of them were aviation guys, and they're like, Nick, you don't belong at the wing. I was like, well, sir, yeah, So they chopped me over to 3rd Marine Division, and I deployed to Afghanistan on a 9-man embedded training team. And since I was the only blue-blooded intel guy, I got to work with some pretty cool special operations units. We were doing some operations along the Pakistani border, and that was my first real introduction to the special operations community, and that kind of changed the trajectory of my career, because after that deployment, I subsequently moved and joined the Marine Forces Special Operations Command after that. So now I've been running a company called Stubble and Stash for about 2.5 years. I've been doing it full time. It's actually a grooming company I started after one of my guys was killed in Afghanistan. And after he was shot, I grew my beard out in his honor for his funeral. And in doing so, I realized the need for proper grooming products. I couldn't find any, so I decided to make them. And then originally it was just for myself. Some of my Navy SEAL buddies were like, bro, I want that. So that kind of started the idea for the business, and I've been doing that ever since. I get all my healthcare through the VA. With my disability rating, I get all my actual healthcare, which I receive through the VA. And that's all I've really explored at this point. But now we're starting to poke around a little bit to see what type of support they have for entrepreneurs.